Banished, how to start. So I am going to start a new game. How do you even do it? We're going to have to go to this screen. I'm going to click new. I'm going to do valleys, large, fair, off, starting conditions easy. Hit OK. So the first thing you got to do, the most important, is to make as much food as you can as quickly as possible. You want an oversupply of food. The best way to do it is with the fishermen, and that means you're going to need to be near the water. And being near the water is also going to give you the trading posts. The reason why you want to do it with the fishermen is because they work all year round. If you try to plant crops, you're going to have a lot of problems because you're going to plant the crops and then they're not going to pick up the crops in the wintertime. So the first thing I'm going to do is just start grabbing resources. Get as much as I can. And I'm going to build fishing. It's going to be right here. And I am going to build more stockpiles. And I'm going to spread the stockpiles out a little bit. So they don't have to walk as far to store everything. I don't know if you can rotate the map. I know you can. That's nice. That's a really nice job with the rotation. Pretty smooth. Okay, we've got animals. They're chickens. So I want to get chickens as quickly as possible. And I'm just going to make it in the center here. It'll just be temporary until I can build something larger. And then I'm going to fast forward. You really want to focus on getting food as quickly as possible. Another good one's going to be the hunter, because the hunter also gets leather that you need for the jackets. The leather jackets. We need to build the woodcutter. We need to build tools, and we need to build a tailor. There's no firewood. Going to build a woodcutter. Build a blacksmith. Build a tailor. Might wait on that. Build a road. So food is a priority. So I'm going to change the priority of the fishermen and of the pasture. You need to create a builder. Otherwise, they won't build anything, obviously. So it looks like I have more space now. I need to have a tailor. And I'm going to need a forester. Not an emergency, but we'll put him somewhere like this. And what he's going to do is he's going to plant the trees along all the edges. Over here, we're going to put chickens. And I'm going to put one herdsman. Looks like I got 8 chickens. So he's going to start supplying food. Really got to focus on the food as quickly as possible because the supply of food is low. Do whatever you can to produce food. I don't think I have the hunter's cabin. So I'm going to make a hunter's cabin. And just hope for the best. Hope that he finds something. It's kind of better to do it down here. I'm going to build it right there. All the houses are full, so I'm going to have to build a house. And I'm going to build the small wooden house because I'm short on resources right now. Gonna add some fishermen. Gonna add the woodcutter. When the buildings look like this, that means that you need the builder. The laborers brought the supply. So I don't have enough builders right now, but it's okay. He'll catch up on everything. And I'm checking my food, not producing a lot yet. I really want more chickens. So I'm going to make another pasture. I'm going to put it right there. It's going to be, oh, it won't let me make it for some reason. I wonder why it didn't let me make it. It was because it was red up over here on the top. Okay, so this is going to dramatically increase my food supply. So the fishermen, you know, they're working all day getting fish, but the animals are a bit different. They're growing on their own. You can have a large supply of animals, and then you adjust this to slaughter the animals, which allows you to quickly increase your supply of food. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to put all the chickens over here, increase the supply, and then slaughter like most of them to see if I suddenly get a lot of food stored. Or I could just leave it because they're going to produce a lot of food. They're going to produce a lot of eggs. The builder's not building fast enough. Not building anything, really. Okay, now we hit a limit over here, so I have to go to where the limits are. And increase everything. I'm going to increase everything right now, and then I'm going to do it again later in the game. I will increase it to a higher number. Really don't need the map right now. The builder is obviously building something over here. I don't need the tailor to make any coats yet. Oh, that's the iron tool. I don't need any tools right now. You don't want to go too far away looking for trees. In the wintertime, they'll freeze to death. And it is a lot of walking. I can't fit a road through there. Very important to build the road. To help them go over the distance. And then what you have to do is you have to build a house over here. And the house is so that the person who lives here is going to work in this area. So he doesn't have to go far to get home. Obviously, we're going to need some coats soon, but I still have a priority where I need food. Once you build a house over here, you're going to build anything that has to do with the forest. That's going to be the herbalist, the hunter, the woodcutter, a storage pile, and the forester. So the storage pile is very easy to do. Just go like that, and you've got a storage pile. Going to check to make sure he's making firewood. My stockpile is pretty good, so I'm not worried about that. I really want, well, okay, so he's working on this, but he's not physically building it. So I'm going to adjust the priority. Go like that. He's doing pretty good with the fish. The forester is ready to go. The forester doesn't, I don't think he makes any food. Well, he collects like berries and stuff like, and roots. So they actually can make food. Wow, there's a lot of people in this house. 5 people. So the amount of food that the forester makes is actually quite small. We still got wild animals walking around, which is good for the hunter. Blacksmith, tailor, hunting cabin. So over here, I'm going to put the chickens. And then over here, I'm going to split. And then the herdsmen, we're going to increase by 1. The other thing I could do is just empty it out. Because the 6 of 60 might not grow. So we're just going to hope that it grows. And I'm going to put an extra herdsman. Because you don't want it to run out over here. You don't want them to have 0. I'm going to have to build a bridge across. There's a lot of resources over here. And as I chop all this down, it's going to spread out. They're going to have to walk further. But if I build a bridge, they won't have to walk as far. So I'm going to build a bridge going across. We are going to need more houses. Looks like I still need food. So my current food supply just isn't enough. But the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to make a lot of pastures. And by doing so, it's going to supply a lot of eggs. We got a lot of laborers. I am going to cut this down over here so I can build another pasture over here. I still have tools and the hide coat, so I don't have to put anybody working in these buildings. I'm going to put someone in the forester. He's going to plant the trees over here, remove the rocks and things like that. So he's doing the job of a laborer. He's going to cut trees down and get rid of the rocks. He's going to find the herbs, find some food. So he's actually replacing a laborer. I'm sorry. He is replacing the work of a laborer, one laborer. We still need food. Another way to do it is with the orchard, because the orchard doesn't require a lot of maintenance. You can take people away and the food will still survive. See how he's doing for food. 30. Got that house built over here. So he's going to clear out this area. And if I build anything over here like the forester and the hunters, he's going to give a house for them to live in. Okay, the hunting cabin is ready. He's going to provide some food. The hunter's cabin actually provides a good amount of food. You guys got to stay alive. It would be nice if it had a little indicator that showed like the letter S for starvation. Come on, guys, produce food. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of all the chickens and see what happens. You see how the number's jumping up? 6, 12, 18, 24. That's not a lot. 30, 36, 42. I'm going to bring it back. Let's see if the 2 of 13. So I only got 42 chicken out of that. And they're not clearing this area out for my new pasture. We need more fishermen. So I'm going to take the builder down, increase the fishermen. I don't think I have a lot of people left. got 5 people left. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to empty it. And then turn it off. So the herdsmen are both going to work in the same pasture. That was a child. That's not so bad. Gonna need firewood. Everybody's working on food, and it's not good enough. They can't even make enough food to provide for themselves. That's really strange. They have firewood, that's good, but no food. Got a ton of firewood. No food. They can't produce enough food for themselves. I don't understand why I saw a person come across the bridge. You know what? It's probably one of the children. Yeah, the fishermen are definitely producing a lot more food right now. I'm going to take one of the herdsmen down and put it for a fisherman. The hunter hasn't gotten anything. And fast forward it. So right now, I've only got 4 adults. I'm going to be fine. They're going to produce, they're all producing food. Probably should have built the cemetery. They're all going to produce food, and eventually the population's going to grow. We got a woman over here, Lassity, and then there's some females over here. Still no supply of food. But I'm producing a lot of food. 108 eggs. As soon as the food gets put in the storage, people are taking it. Okay, so I have 3 adults left. That's a man. That's a man. And those are men. I predict failure. There's no more women. All the women died. They should have given the food to the women. Okay, so what mistakes did I make? I built this house, but I didn't need it. Built it a little bit too early. You don't want to expand too early in the game. When I expand early in the game, usually it didn't work. The tools and the coats I didn't need. Wasn't putting any people on it, so maybe it didn't matter. But it was all about the food. The hunter didn't produce anything. The chickens didn't produce that much. It's the fisherman who was bringing in all the food, and that's only one fisherman. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put, in my next game, I'm going to put my people into the fishermen. And forget about, I'm still going to put the animals into pasture, but I'm not going to I'm not going to expect anything from it. If you don't have the herdsmen, then I think the animals do die off. The population dies off, so you do have to have them there. But unfortunately, this game is going to end because there's no women. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I hope you learned something about how to start the game. Maybe the bridge was also unnecessary, but everything else over here at some point is necessary. I think if I have to do it over again, I'm going to try doing it without building the blacksmith and the tailor because I'm going to focus on the food. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.